Morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. My name is Ted Heilbronn. I'm part of the development team for the Tryon Station project here. Before getting into the far more important speakers than me, I just want to tell a little overview of sort of how we all got here. And frankly, it starts and finishes with Wake County and Garner's commitment to seeing this project happen. So we put this under contract in early 2021. And unbeknownst to us and everybody else, over the next 3 years, interest rates would double and construction pricing increase by 50%. And this project, like I would say, assume most live tech projects over the last few years, died on the operating table 6 times. And frankly, was only resuscitated because Wake County and Garner stepped up not once, but twice. So we originally got gap funding commitments from both the town, and the county in 2022. And we came back in 2023 and were a real pain in the rear, and couldn't be more thankful for the support that we got from the electeds at both the county and the town level. I believe this is the largest loan the county's made into an individual project before, which we're incredibly thankful for, and this would absolutely not have happened without. And I believe this is also the first gap funding loan that the town of Garner has made into a project before. So we look forward to getting this built, getting 176 deserving families into these units, and then coming back and doing it all over again. So thank you very much for coming. I've been tasked with going through today's speaker list. If you give me one moment to pull that up. So in order, Morgan Mansa, Deputy Director of Wake County's Housing Affordability and Community Revitalization Department, will speak on behalf of the county. Mayor Gupton will speak on behalf of the town. Before going too much further, I want to give a special thank you to our capital partners who are here today. Redstone Equity and Bank of America, who were an integral part of making sure that we had enough dollars to build this thing. Darren Swanson is here on behalf of Redstone. We have Tom Smith from NCHFA. Thank you. Bank of America is here as well. And that's the full run of show. So anyways, thank you very much for coming. We really appreciate the support. It takes a village to get this stuff built, and the people that made it happen are all here under this tent. So thank you very much. Morgan, if you're ready.
Thank you all so much. I'm a little shorter than you, but thank you so much for joining us this morning. Today we celebrate not just a groundbreaking of this building that will be behind us, but we're celebrating affirmation that we are collectively moving the needle on affordable housing in Wake County. I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to everyone who helped to make this possible. We are joined by Commissioner Mile, who helped to vote and make this investment possible, so a round of applause to him. We're also joined by Deputy County Manager Dwayne Holder, who is a leader of Wake County, so thank you to him as well in the County Manager's office. I also want to acknowledge Mark Perlman, who represents the Housing Department in his tireless work to help bring this deal to fruition, so thank you so much to Mark. And I also want to thank all of you. You all represent the leaders of this community, and you encourage us to do this difficult but very rewarding work to help to make sure that we house the residents of Garner. As we all know, Wake County is the largest county in North Carolina with 1.2 million residents, and we're growing every day. And with this growth and with this expansion of our population, it also expands our need for affordable housing that is equitable and accessible to everyone. Today's groundbreaking is particularly special because, as Ted mentioned, it's historic. It is the most that Wake County has ever invested into a single development. It is the first time that we are partnering in a very meaningful way with Garner in affordable housing and moving the needle for the residents of this community. And so we are incredibly proud for what we are doing today in marking history for the people of Garner. Tryon Station will deliver 176 units of affordable housing for the people of this area. That means that a family of 4 earning $73,000 per year will be able to have equitable and sustainable affordable housing right here where we currently stand. So today's groundbreaking is a symbol of progress, and it's a reminder of the work ahead, but it's also a promise. It's a promise that we are committed to building a future where everyone has access to housing they can afford. As Wake County continues to grow, we will undoubtedly ensure that our community and that the town of Garner remains inclusive, equitable, and supportive for all of your residents. And so in closing, I just want to again say how proud Wake County is to be here with you all in lockstep for your vision for affordable housing. And let's break ground on this incredibly special building and venture for your community. So thank you all so much, and it is my pleasure to now introduce Mayor Gupton to share a couple of remarks as well.
Thank you, Morgan. Welcome to Garner. Man, we have a beautiful day like this every single day of the year, as long as Ted and Kelly got it arranged for us. This is just fantastic. We're so happy to be here. I'm a rookie at this job. I'm learning every day. I've learned so much today already about affordable housing. Early on in my educational process, somebody explained that there's affordable with a small a and affordable with a capital A. And the capital A is the big one that really makes the impact. And these guys at Kelly are the masters of working that system, knowing how to work with the federal government, knowing how to identify the tenants, how to operate the facilities and make us proud. And that's my dream here. That the people in Garner, when we say affordable housing, they will not cringe. They'll say, "Oh, you mean like the one that Kelly did out there?" That's what we're talking about. Places that you could see yourself living, your firemen, your policemen, your teachers, your workers, your service people. We want them to live in Garner, not have to ride an hour and a half from down below Harnett County somewhere to get here. So this is really important to us, and we're really behind it. And the other thing I really learned, it takes a team to do this. There's no one entity, no two entities, no three or four. It's a great teamwork experience. We can't thank the county enough. Don and his colleagues over there have been great to work with. We're just proud to be part of it. And we're going to be proud to point to this as a shining example of what teamwork can do and what affordable housing can be. Thank you all very much.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Make sure we're all awake. Appreciate the very early morning session. I'm Darren Swanson, Managing Director of Redstone Equity Partners. Our organization nationally looks to really bring investors to opportunities to invest like these in affordable housing all over the country. I always come up here, and it's fun to come and look at the dirt and say the hard work's done. We got it closed, and the contractor's going, "Really? Is the hard work done? We're just getting started." I like to talk about quickly, and you touched on it a little bit. So we're national. We invested about 90 of these, about $1.5 billion every year. We see a lot of deals, and the last 2 years have been the most difficult we've ever seen, without a doubt, in decades. And heads of the agencies, they're going to say the same thing. Deals, affordable housing works great. Costs can be low, costs can be high. They can't be moving around. Interest rates can be low or high. They just can't be moving around. There's not enough to pull all this together when things are volatile. And I think everyone knows from just looking at the news and the grocery store and what eggs cost, things have been very volatile. So we have been talking about this for 2.5 years. He's probably been working on it for 3.5 or 4. And it takes the whole village thing. It's not just a saying. It's absolutely true. Without every dollar you put in, I'm a charlatan. I helped to advocate for our first housing trust fund decades ago, and I'll stand here today and say publicly, we gotta throw some more behind our program to compete with what's happening on this side of the state. So I tip my hat in a very meaningful way. There just aren't developments that would be possible right now if it weren't for what you guys are doing, and I want to make sure that Wake County and Garner hears that. It is very, very, very important. Our job is to again bridge investors with the developments. In this case, Bank of America was the investor who worked with us, and I'll let her share all of what's behind that. But ultimately, we're approaching a time where housing is hit the most unaffordable it's ever been, in my lifetime, certainly. So the need for what we are doing is the highest, and the challenge to create it is also the greatest. It's a very challenging thing. So to come here and to stand on dirt and to see that the equipment is here and to watch what is about to come is just immensely exciting for me. On a personal note, during COVID, my father lost his housing. So I'm in the business of creating affordable housing. I've never actually gone through the efforts of finding it. So I got to do that. It is stressful. It's hard. It's really hard. You make too much, you can't qualify. You make too little, you can't qualify. You've got to have work. You've got to have good credit. I mean, it is the unicorn of residents who are hardworking, who, serve a lot of folks in this community. So we went through the process, found him something, and every single week, I have a text from 2 days ago, he sends me a message of thanks. It's the nicest place he's ever been. He's never felt more stable. He couldn't be more thankful. And for me to go to bed at night and know that that happened because of our program and because of developers like Ted and Brad and cities leaning in, truly it's meaningful to me. And I want you guys to know I thank you all. Appreciate it. Oh, actually, I'm going to go Tom now. Thanks.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here with you, and it's what an exciting time. And just to be in Garner, and I've lived in this area since 1978. I came to school, went to NC State, grew up in an orphanage, and so it's been nice to come back, be a part of something like this, and see how much home matters to people. It was once said that that the strength of a nation lies in its homes. Well, it seems to me this morning that Garner's getting a little bit stronger. Wake County's getting a little bit stronger, and North Carolina is getting a little bit stronger for what we're doing today. So I'm Tom Smith, and I serve on the board of the North Carolina Housing Finance Agency. I'm joined here today with Scott Farmer, our executive director, and other members of our staff. We're a self-supporting public agency that has a simple mission. We provide safe, affordable housing opportunities to enhance the quality of life of North Carolinians. As a local realtor, I know there's certainly a shortage of housing, and no doubt for working families and for seniors in North Carolina. So as our agency oversees the federal housing credit program that brings the private investment that makes these developments possible, I'm excited that the Housing Finance Agency is a part of Tryon Station. I'd like to congratulate Bradley Housing Developers, the Town of Garner, Wake County, and all the partners for their work and financial commitment to bring these much-needed 176 homes for families here to this community. Of course, all of our work is done through a number of partnerships, and I'd be remiss if I didn't thank our elected officials at the state and federal level for their support. We're fortunate to have Trey Lewis representing Senator Tillis. Thank you, Trey. Welcome, Trey. And Sam Shumate representing Senator Ted Budd. And Jennifer Cardenas representing Congressman Wiley Nickel with us here today. So thank you for being with us. Senator Tillis, Senator Budd, and Congressman Nickel are all sponsors of important legislation that would expand the housing credit and make more developments just like Tryon Station possible. So thank you for being here today, folks. And as we know, the high quality and affordable homes are the foundation of strong families and strong communities. We are proud to be a part of this major investment in Garner. I can't wait to come back here and cut the ribbon when it's finished. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome. My name is Felicia Woodard, Senior Vice President at Bank of America. I am very excited to be here today. I grew up about 2 miles from here, so this is very important and close to home for me, and I wore my Garner Royal Blue because I am a graduate of the class of 1991. On behalf of the Triangle Market President's Office and my teammates at Bank of America, it's truly an honor and privilege to be here with you today to celebrate this important groundbreaking event. I'd like to begin by recognizing KB Partners, Progress Carolina teams, as well as the other key funders, including Wake County, Town of Garner, and others. Bank of America is pleased to announce $33.9 million in funding for construction loan financing and $21.2 million in federal tax credit equity investment towards this very exciting build. Participating in projects like this at Tryon Station perfectly aligns with our mission of meeting the housing and economic development needs of our region, of places in local communities where we live and work, like here in Garner, North Carolina, and the Triangle region. We recognize having safe and affordable housing inventory helps stabilize the lives of local individuals and families, as well as contributing to strengthening our communities. In 2023, our community development banking team provided $7.1 billion in lending and investment to help clients and communities thrive. This financing helped create 11,000 housing units for individuals, families, seniors, veterans, formerly homeless people, and people with special needs. We remain committed to our local communities, which includes affordable housing and focusing on strengthening economic opportunity for all. We have a saying around Bank of America: improving the lives of others through the power of every connection. And a project like this will improve the lives of others, and we're very excited to be a part and to partner. I'd like to recognize Scott and his team for his hard work in leading this project. There were some comments already made about the last 2 years being challenging. They continue to be a bit challenging, so definitely want to recognize him for having sustainability to stay with it and not give up. So thank you, Scott. Our collaborative partnership on this development tells a story that the best of what all of us are trying to accomplish daily is really the same: affordable housing, safe housing, and somewhere where we can thrive in our community. Again, I want to take the opportunity to thank our partners, KB Partners, Progress Carolina, Redstone Equity Partners, Wake County, and the City of Garner on this very important project. And I know you've heard a lot of things for Wake County and the Town of Garner, but had they not stepped up, this project would not be possible. So I really want to thank them for being invested and thinking outside the box to make this project happen. Congratulations to the entire team and all the parties that have worked tirelessly to make this possible. Thank you. I'll turn it back over to you, Ted.
Thank you so much. Before we shovel some dirt and take some pictures, I want to highlight just a couple more people who've been integral to getting this far. And obviously we've got 12 months more construction and 30 plus years of being great hosts to residents here. But Mark Perlman was already recognized by Morgan, but Mark has been central to sort of keeping this moving at a county level for the last couple of years. This does not happen without Mark. Yeah. Same goes for Scott Marler at Bank of America. Scott was attached to this from the get-go, has sort of ridden the wave alongside of us, so big thanks to Scott. The guys in the back who now have the hard job of building this, Chris Prate and his team at Progress Carolina, the GC here at Tryon Station. We'd be nowhere without him, so to Chris and his team. Michael Haynes from Progress Design Studio is the architect for the project, so you can't see it now, but you will in a year. It looks great, we promise. So thank you, Michael. And he's got the unfortunate pleasure of taking daily phone calls from me across our whole pipeline, but James Goodwin at Blanco Tackberry is the attorney that helps us keep us out of jail and keep this effort moving forward. So anyways, thank you to James. And then last but not least, building this is step one, being great owners, great landlords, taking awesome care of the tenants is, what we're here for. We wouldn't be able to do that without Partnership Property Management. So Jeff Hallman is here today on behalf of Partnership, and they manage all of our units across the state. So thank you, Jeff. And that's it. Let's go shovel some dirt. Thank you very much for coming. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you all in a year. Chris, sounds good. Thank you, everybody.